Hello guys, we're back today with another Minecraft video, and guess what we're gonna do today? We're gonna learn how the villagers do the nasty. Yep, we're gonna learn how to breed villagers. As you can tell, this is already working. I just set this up for the video, and they're going ham already. And we actually have everything we're gonna need right in this chest right here. So what we're gonna need for today's build is we're gonna need 2 villagers to start this with. Only 2. We're gonna need 2 stacks of a roofing material, which we're gonna use dark oak slabs. We're gonna need 12 stone bricks, 17 stone brick stairs, 5 spruce trapdoors, a redstone block, 5 powered rails, 2 buckets of water, 2 stacks of carrots. We're not going to use all the carrots for planting. Some of it we're going to throw at the villagers to jumpstart it, but I'll get to that later. We need a hoe, 8 torches, a composter, 4 beds, 17 glass panes, a minecart, and 24 oak logs. Most of this stuff is just for like the aesthetic looks. Oh, they're going at it right now. I think they had a bit of a marital spat there, but they will be going at it. Sometimes they do have a little bit of those marital spats, but we're basically gonna go over how does villager breeding work in 1.16. So it's a lot different than what it was in previous versions of Minecraft, meaning like 14, 13, 12. Basically, what they need is they just need 2 villagers, and one of them needs to be a farmer so that he can actually break the plants in here and put them in his inventory, and he can toss them to him. See, like he just threw some stuff in there. Sometimes they do produce bone meal, so you can put a hopper under that actually, and you might snag a couple bone meal or like a hopper cart around it, and you might be able to snag some bone meal that comes off of it. But he will pick up the carrots and throw it to him or she or whatever. I don't want to assume genders here, you know what I mean? But this guy throws it to this guy, and if they both have food in their inventory, then they have the chance to do the breeding animation, which you just saw a little bit ago. But they need a few specifications to be able to do that. See, they're breeding right now. Well, wait for a little guy to pop out. Wait for it. There he is. There's the baby. And he just threw some food to him. Because, you know, the villagers, they're all about sharing food. So they like to spread the love around. Now we're at 3 babies down there. And guess what? They're still going at it. So the best way to do this is to have a composter on top of the water. And then a block on top of it so they don't get on top of the composter. I currently do not have a roof in place right now, but we will be putting one up on the one that we build together. But honestly, the biggest thing is 4 beds. You got 2 guys in here. One's a farmer because of the composter. And you just have a trap door here that makes it think on both sides. That makes them think, oh, we can run to the beds. So those beds are good for them if they do not have like the line of sight. So if they can't think that they can go to the beds, then they won't come to the beds. And also, they are 2 blocks perfectly tall, so if you throw a trapdoor up there, they actually can't get through other than the babies. The babies can get through, and that's why they're down here. So the babies run out, they come out here, and how you get them to your desired location, if you're like building a little city for them and you just want to just port them into the city, you can do it through this way. Or if you're building an iron farm, which I do have a video for, you can go check that out. Basically, this is just a really simple way to get them out. So we have them go into a corner here, and then we have some glass up and a solid block behind this. and that allows for the minecart to, when you send it down, it just automatically picks one up and sends it off. And so we also have a water in that corner that pushes them here to be stuck in this corner, so you always pick one up if there's a villager in this little hole. So some important things that you might want to do if you are doing this outside is you want to close this area off. So like you want to build like a little room around the beds and down here, because you don't want zombies to get in here. But I'm not going to do that right now because that is not necessarily important for the current build today. So let's grab all of this crap and let's start building it. So we're gonna grab it all, yoink, and then we're gonna run over here. We don't want that. Well, actually, yeah, let's keep that on us first. So the first thing we want to do is make a little farm. Most of you guys know, break this, place that down. Now, all the blocks within 4 blocks of this water block can be used as farmland and will be moist soil. So if we go 4 out this way, 4 out this way, 4 out that way, and 4 out that way, everything in this square can be used. So that's basically how I determine how big I want the farm area to be, is just the typical max range for water. So we're just gonna hoe all this out. Got my trusty hoe here, and so we're just gonna do all this. Now that we got it all hoed out, let's throw down our carrots. Oops. Since I am in creative mode, it's going to make me want to continuously eat the carrots, which I do not want to do. So it's actually quicker to do this in survival, but I'm not going to do that right now. Boom. Stop it. Awesome. Now we have it all laid down. Now we have a perfect little farm for them to live off of. Let's just throw these guys up here, and now let's get the building materials. We wanna make a little shelter for them so they get stuck in this farm and stay there. So let's grab all of our building materials out. Perfect. So the first thing we want to do is to put down all the wood. So we're gonna put it down like this. I believe we put one there, one there, one there, like this. So that should be all 24 logs placed down. So out of that, and then we also want to put down these guys, which are like this. Beautiful. Now we got all of our stone bricks down, and again, you can just make a solid like wood plank box to put them in, but you know, you gotta make it a little bit fancy. I mean, come on, you don't want to look at this ugly thing when you're trying to transport villagers out. Like, that would be awful. So we're just putting down all the stairs now. An important piece is we do have to have the slabs over this to be like this high up, so they can't jump up there on this side. Like, they could just jump up and then jump back down on the crops and break them. Sadly, villagers don't know how to hoe themselves, so it actually causes some issues if you do have blocks that they can jump on. So we're actually going to place this all the way across. We're just gonna go like this, and then we're gonna save the top for when we put the villagers in, because that's what we'll just cap them off at. So we're almost done with the edges. Boom, 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 boom. And there we are. We're all done with the edges. So we're going to save these guys for later. Let's grab these glass panes, all 17 of them. We're going to place them down as window wells, just so you know. You want them to be happy. Oops, I accidentally placed one in there. You want them to be happy, so what's up, Enderman? Oh, bye, Enderman. You know, you want them to be able to see outside. I mean, it has nothing to do with the actual spawning of it. I just, you know, I don't want to be rude to them. So we place this guy right here, because remember, we can walk through here, but they can't. So it's a big deal. Now that everything's set up in here, we next want to place down the composter. So the best way to do this is to look at a plant that's on the side of it. You see that box that shows up? You want to look on the side of that box and place it. So it'll place above the water. And then you want to take 2 more of your slabs and just place them on top of that guy right there. And then we want to take our torches to light it up so it works at night too. The villagers do not breed at night, but the plants can still grow and they can still break them and build up some plants during the night, some carrots. And you want to use carrots. The carrots are the easiest ones for them to deal with, because potatoes, they can still pick up rotten potatoes and that'll clog up. They actually have their own inventory, and those would start to clog up their inventory to a point in which they won't be able to breed anymore, because they can't breed off of rotten tomatoes. And also wheat, the seeds, they can't use those either, so that'll start to clog up their inventory too. And they also don't eat wheat. They can eat bread, but they don't know how to make bread. So wheat is a terrible option. Same with beet seeds. The seeds can clog up their inventory also. So I believe carrots are the optimal option for this. It's the only sensible one to make this a long-term build. So the next thing we want to do is you probably want to get your villagers in here. You'll probably be railing them from a village nearby. And so you get the 2 villagers in here, and one of them will automatically take the job. It'll take a moment for them to do it. It might have some issues with the block up here. So if we break this, let's quick break that. Will either of them take it? Or they might need the beds down. So let's wait on this. Let's put our thing back up. Boom, boom. They'll eventually take the job. Just hold on. So the next thing we want to do is we want to break out this area down here, like so, and then break out a little corner here. And you want it to get a little bit lower. You want it to make it 3 low, just to make it a little bit easier on them. And then I'm placing the wrong things. Then you want to put only 1 down over on this side. And I like to put 3 down just because it makes sure that they do have a path to go to. But 3 is honestly not necessary. And then you want to have a block right there. So you can use any kind of block. Right now we'll just use a dirt block. And then I didn't calculate in the glass panes. So don't forget 3 glass panes. Alright guys, don't forget 3 glass panes that you need. Or not panes, 3 glass blocks. So you put in the 3 glass box right there. And then you have another water bucket ready. You place down that water bucket. Boom. They'll all move to this corner now. And then you want to grab your redstone block. Place that guy down. And then you want to make sure that it's too long. And then you want to make sure this is 2. Because if your rail is coming in at an angle, it'll just stop. So if you have it 2 there, like so, you don't want it at this angle going into that block because it will not bounce back. But if it's on a flat block like that, it'll bounce off and come up. So let's grab our minecart and just show you real quick with it. So you see how it bounces off? All right, let's break that. Awesome. So they're in there now. Let's place the beds down. So an important part about the beds, sometimes there is a bit of a glitch where you have to replace them like we did over here. And these guys are starting to grow up and they're still breeding. So like we sometimes have to break the beds and like replace them for them to realize that the beds are there. So let's place down all 4 beds. Beautiful. Now that they can sense the beds, let's see if they'll take the job. It doesn't look like they're taking the job. So let's replace this composter real quick. Oh, there we are. So, yep, it was just a glitch that the composter was placed down before he was here. So you see how he jumped up on this? We don't want that to happen. So let's replace the torches down. Boom. He has the job and he is just hanging out. So like I said, we weren't going to use all the carrots, so we only used about 81 carrots. So that is about that many carrots. So we'll still have about 47-ish left over. You want to try to throw half to one of the guys, and then you want to try to throw half to the other. Oh, well, he picked up both, but he'll eventually start throwing food to him, and they'll start to breed. So that's basically how you build it. It's pretty much functional at this point, but we're gonna throw a top on there because we do have all these extra oak slabs that we have. So we should have enough to throw a top on it. Oops. So we're just gonna go around and just throw a perfectly flat top on it. This should work really well for you. This is also the reason why we need the torches, is because since we have that top on there, we need to make sure that the stuff still grows. So the plants do need light. It doesn't need to be natural light. It just needs to be light. And that should allow for them to grow. And do we have any babies yet? No, because they just need to start throwing food to each other. And then they'll be ending up like this guy's producing some fat babies. So we're at 4 right now, so they're still producing. And it may seem slow, but you can also set up 2 of them, and they'll just start pumping them out at a rate in which you actually won't need this many villagers. And then you can start making like villager libraries and stuff where you have each different kind of villager and the best kind set up for you. And that is honestly super nice, having like a mending villager. It's super easy to get a mending villager, and I'll probably make a video on how to get a mending villager later. That'll probably be my next video. And yeah, so that's how you set up this guy. It's super easy, super simple, and they'll just produce until you honestly just break it. So a way that you can turn this off is to break their line of sight to the bed. So if you just place a block in front of this, they'll stop producing babies, because they don't have the line of sight to the beds. And so it's super easy to turn on and off. You can just throw a block in front of it, breaks the line of sight, boom, it's off. So it's honestly a really nice setup. They're already growing up, and like I said, let's demonstrate how this minecart works. So you just place it up here, push it down, boom, grabs one. Look, you have a villager on a minecart already. Super simple stuff. So if you have any questions, this is the end of the video, so ask them down below. I reply to every single comment, so if you do have any questions and I'm able to help you, I'll comment back and try to help you out. If you have any concerns or anything, you can leave that in the comments down below too. If you did like the video, please like, if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. I am trying to pump out as many videos that you guys like, and if you do have any suggestions to make the videos better, please comment that also. And don't forget to have a good day. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.